But I remember calling my cousin in Egypt and I was like, hey, do you know there's rallies in, Houston, Atlanta, Philly, New York, Geneva, London, Turkey, all over the world people are rallying for Egypt. And she's like, what? We have no idea. And I'm sure when people find out that youth in America cares about them and this is an issue to think about, it's just completely inspiring.
My name is Hannah and I want to tell Egypt, "Ahna kullina ma'akum ya shabab Masr," and the youth.
And what does that mean?
Oh, it means we are all together for you, the youth of Egypt.
I'm going to break you down into groups, and each group is going to represent a vested party who has an interest in what's going on in Egypt. As a representative of that group, what would your policy proposal be for solving this conflict, for making the transition, for not making the transition, for just addressing the situation in general?
So right now, Global Kids Young Youth Leaders from around New York City high school students are taking on roles of different opposition groups, both within the Mubarak regime and against the Mubarak regime, and talking about their opinions and kind of their course of action for what they think should happen for the people of Egypt.
And why is it important to do that?
Well, I think for young people here, they get to kind of try to embody the emotions that are at stake right now as people really shape the future of Egypt.
And finally, the army took control and stopped the violence that's going on between the people who support Mubarak and the people that don't want him as a leader.
Once he steps down, the next steps would be, there was negotiations about all the opposition groups. What are they going to do to create a better democracy? You understand what I'm saying? So what would be the next steps? How would they go about that? Because I know the big thing in CNN was what would the U.S. do to help that or make that a smooth transition anyway?
Someone actually did say that, if I'm not mistaken, to get to the actual house that the president is in, you need to pass by, if I'm not mistaken, 17 to 20 checkpoints. And these checkpoints are loaded with tanks, military, ridiculous. It's not going to happen.
There's also a sense of power, military.
New conflicts between Egypt and Israel. Okay. So we don't want that. We want peace.
But represent the viewpoint of Mubarak and based on this information.
Okay, gotcha.
So you have to get into character.
So we can say that the oil is a factor, and it's one of our strategic implications of Egypt, right? Because of the Suez Canal. You understand? So we don't have to agree what we're going to do yet. Just write down the issues. What else do you guys say?
So what we were discussing is the problem with Egypt is the military is closely tied to the government. There isn't a separation or an equality between the government and the society. So whatever the president says, the government does. To the south of Egypt, we have Sudan. To the west of Egypt, we have Libya. To the east, we have the Red Sea and Saudi Arabia and the rest of the Middle East. And to the north, we have Palestine, Israel, and the UAE, like Greece, Mediterranean Sea and all that stuff. So our biggest thing is to take care of the borders, ensuring that no extremist groups, no people who want to take advantage of the turmoil that's currently going on in Egypt come in and kind of make it worse.
So some of the ideas we came up with was raising the voting age to 40. But because in the discussion earlier, we learned that the majority of Egyptians, the large population is 20 to 30, and they're all causing the uproar and want change. So if we raise the voting age, then we should be good.
Basically, we want Mubarak to step down and all his government. No person that is aligned with Mubarak to be in power at all. What we hope is to have an election for all groups that would like to vote, and we would like to have a representative from our own Muslim Brotherhood. If we do become a leader, after becoming the main party, we would like an Islamic state with Islamic laws. No president. We would have a Khalifa, basically. So.
What's that?
Basically, it's another word for an Islamic empire.
We want no peace treaty. None. With Israel. and no American intervention. None.
So the problem is that there were 3 major wars between Israel and Egypt, and we were fighting for quite a long time. And we finally came to a peace agreement. And now we have a fear that our agreement, I can't think of a word, but that war might break out again. So we were trying to find a solution. And just in case that didn't work for any reason, we would just kill him.
We think like we should split up the money. Some of it should go to the educational system, and some of it should go to healthcare because like both systems there are not well at all right now. And something should be done about like the social divide. In other words, like there's a large like lower class and upper class, but there's no middle class. So maybe some of the funds can go to the economy and like help businesses run and like circulate jobs.
We support you, Egypt. Stay strong.
Whatever you're doing is right, and you need to stay strong. And we're in America, but we're still supporting you. So,
as people, you guys should stand up for what you believe in, and don't let a president or anyone ever tell you that you're doing something wrong because you're expressing your feelings or expressing your views.
And it's human rights.
What are your names?
Fatimata Jackie,
Alicia Huggins.
Sarah Carly. And my name is Bellagio Kairi. And we just want Egypt to know that we're very proud of them and that they're doing a big movement and everybody's here to support them.
I'm so proud that you guys can even fathom something this big and this monstrosity. And I just want you to know that liberation is on the way.
Yeah!
Woo!
I'm here at Global Kids, and I want to just say that Waleed, everyone from American University in Cairo that I know, please stand strong. We support you. We've all been writing letters to the senators, and we hope that you guys can continue the good fight for democracy. Thank you. Good luck.
Hi, my name is Zaire Smalls. I just want to tell the Egyptian people how proud I am of them, and I want them to know that the people here in the U.S. are very proud of you and support you.
I believe what's happening in Egypt, that the people are fighting for their rights, is really a good thing. You know, they're expressing they want change, and I believe that's really good. So I want you guys to keep up the good work, and I hope that one day you guys may succeed. Thank you.
So my name is Gabriel, and my message is like, I seen how you guys are like protesting and rallying on TV and stuff like that. I think you're doing a nice job. I like maybe one day like things will like change and everything would work out time soon. So just keep up the good work.
أنا اسمي كريم عطية من مصر. أنا من شبرا في القاهرة. عاوز أقول يعني تحيا مصر، وإن شاء الله نجيب واحد يعني كويس يمسك البلد، وإن شاء الله يعني البلد هيحصل وهيكون كويس إن شاء الله، وكله بإذن الله. وأكتر حاجة عايزين واحد يمسك البلد يكون كويس وما تعملش حاجة مش كويس في البلد خالص، وإن شاء الله السجن يمشي مع الناس والناس يمشي مع الحكومة والسجن مع بعض، وكمان يعني نشوف البلد يكون أحسن. الناس مش عايزين يروح أمريكا، يقعد في مصر ويعيش في مصر يشتغل في مصر، وإن شاء الله مصر هيكبر وعندنا فلوس أكتر وهنكون بلد يعني كبير وجامد، وإن شاء الله يعني كل حاجة هيحصل بإذن الله. السلام عليكم.
I'll tell you later.
Hello, my name is Gabriel Wahab. My message for the people in Egypt is to just stay strong, stay unified, believe in God, and you will have everything that you want.
Wa alaikum salam.
Bye.